And before we proceed to the storyline, kindly like this video, comment for more reaction and share to your friends. And let's begin.
10 Most Unique Houses in the World. Art is perhaps the most celebrated creation of humanity. While music, painting, and literature are few of the most celebrated art forms, sometimes architecture can really blow us off. We all expect houses to keep us safe and warm, but then, there are always those bizarre ones that blow our minds, right? Well, looks like that is the effect some of these architects were out to create. Unravel these 10 most unique houses that can also be counted as unusual and strange. Crafted with unique ideas, they add a different dimension to the living standards of humans. So what defines a unique or unusual house? It could be the material of which it is made, where the architect experiments with something not used before. It could be the size, really small or large. It could be the house shape that is unusual, or of course its experimental design that makes it stand out. Learn more about what makes these 10 houses stand out as unique. Here are the list of the top 10 most unique or strange houses in the world that might just make you rethink your living space. Number 1. The Transparent House, Japan. Designed by So Fujimoto. Unique quotient, made of glass in the form of a tree. So Fujimoto in Japan boasts of being made in glass in the form of a tree. Bare and bold as can never be, the transparent house in Japan stands illicitly true to its name. Built by the famous So Fujimoto architects, the house is entirely glass. Inspired by the ancient lifestyle of human predecessors living on trees, this house lets in full sunlight minus any available privacy. The three-story home comprises huge glass walls separating the rooms and each floor jutting out like a branch, again symbolizing a tree. Every room of the house is entirely exposed to passers-by and neighbors. However, ignoring the unusual design, the place gives a very aesthetic appeal. It flaunts a sleek design that cannot be matched. Number 2. Carrot House, Poland. Designed by Jakub Szczesny. Unique quotient, slimmest house in the world. Carrot House in Poland boasts of a vision of a zero-wastage relating urban residential living space. When we talk about houses and residences, don't we always assume the classic bedroom, living room, nice old kitchen, and bathroom all spread nice and wide? Well, not for architect Jakub Szczesny. In his vision of zero wastage of urban residential spaces, Szczesny squeezed his famous Carrot House between two huge buildings. The semi-transparent, multi-story structure has no windows. It might sound pretty scary to our claustrophobes, but it isn't even closed. Even the widest point of this unique home measures only 122 centimeters. The narrowest point is only about 52 centimeters wide. However, the space fulfills all the basic requirements of its inhabitant. Live, cook, and create. The Carrot has it all. Who knew that the world's slimmest house could be so graceful? Number 3. Hobbit House, Wales. Designer, Dale. Unique quotient, completely sustainable, in the woods Hobbit-styled house. This Hobbit house is nested at Hobbiton in New Zealand, reflecting the sustainable living. Knock knock? Do we have some Hobbit fans? Regarded as the most eco-friendly house globally, this immaculate structure in Wales is a must-see. Structured with the mere essence of nature, oak thinning, stones, and muds, the Hobbit house is just what you need to experience the real-life home of Mr. Beaver from Alice in Wonderland. The builder, Dale, and his family realized this dream of a Hobbit house. They together gathered recycled wood, metal, straw, mud, and stones to erect this marvel. Perhaps the most adorable, prettiest home ever, this Hobbit house looks like it's straight out of a fairy tale. Even the interior is wildly beautiful with wooden branches and lamps all around. The day-to-day activities are all sustainable. Air-cooled refrigerators, solar panel electricity, and water from a nearby stream. Living in the 21st century was never more nature-friendly. Would you leave your house to live here? I would. Number 4. Old Water Tower, Belgium. Designed by Mauro Brigham. Unique quotient, modern house inside an old water tower. An old water tower in Belgium, known as Château d'Eau, is transformed into a livable home. If you're someone who thinks water towers are just about water, this might catch you off guard. For architect Mauro Brigham, restoration was so much more than preservation. The artist converted this 30 meters tall, 60 years old water tower into a most luxurious, modern home with his team. The modern house is equipped with the latest IT technology, automation, sound system, temperature regulation, and more. A chic spiral staircase runs along the center, connecting all floors together. Then there is a modular kitchen, luxurious sitting area, bedrooms, and more. Who thought an old water tower could become such a desirable living space? Number 5. The Flintstones House, California. Designed by William Nicholson. Unique quotient, real-life replication of the Flintstones house. Hillsborough's iconic Flintstone house with its characters awaiting for a warm welcome. We've all had our childhoods filled with the Flintstones. The adventurous prehistoric lives of the Flintstones were always extraordinary to hook us to the screens. But could it be realized in letter and spirit? Architect William Nicholson understood the assignment. Under the ownership of businesswoman Florence Fong, the Flintstones house in California is a real-life replica of the house of Fred Flintstone from the American sitcom. Fong couldn't have been happier living in her fairy tales, and her home today is worth more than $3.6 million. Not only this, but tourists from all over the world come to see this marvel of architecture. Fong also enriched her residence with Flintstones-inspired characters, Mrs. Flintstone, animals, and so many more scriptures in days to come. Fong is all set to make her home the fairy tale she wants to live, no matter what it takes. Number 6. Dumpster Home, New York City. Designed by Gregory Clone. Unique quotient, complete home inside a dumpster. This house is made from an actual dumpster and is redecorated to suit human habitation. Do you remember millionaire Baby Deke's dumpster home from Two Broke Girls? Well, it wasn't fiction. Gregory Clone reimagined living with his unique, almost surreal dumpster home. The house is made from an actual dumpster, the interior crafted and redecorated to suit human habitation. Listed on Craigslist as available for rent at $1,200 per month, the outstanding dumpster home is much better than you'd think. Despite its constrained size, the house is equipped with anything you'd expect: a sink, stove, bathroom, an exterior shower, minibar, and roof. Plus, it's portable. Don't like your neighbors? Change them in a spin. But dumpster problems keep Clone from making this his permanent home. First, Mother Nature doesn't like it much, and the house fills up with water or might get blown away in bad weather. It sometimes gets too suffocating, and then you'd want to switch to a more breathable residence. Overall, the dumpster home will always top the list when it comes to unique houses. The space that used to take in trash yesterday is a top-notch NYC apartment. Is that normal? Number 7. The Star Trek Voyage House, Leicestershire. Designed by Tony Aline. Unique quotient, Star Trek-inspired spaceship home. As we might already assume, somebody was head over heels for Star Trek. Made by a die-hard Star Trek fan, Tony Aline, the house is an excellent replica of the Star Trek Voyager spaceship in the famous sci-fi series. Enhanced with effects like LED lightning and space sound effects, the house is the ultimate experience for any Star Trek fan. The interior of this one-of-a-kind residence is just too attractive for any Star Trek fan. What with its elite look of a real starship, it's almost like you're in the Star Trek series. Fans can now live long and prosper in this wonder of fantastic architecture. Number 8. The Upside Down House, Germany. Designed by Claudius Golos and Sebastian Mikishiuk. Unique quotient, upside down, interior and exterior reversed. Crafted to defy gravity, this upside-down house is indeed a treat for anyone who loves to live in unique housing space. While all houses in this list took our hats off, we never came across an inverted house. Built in 2008, Trassenheid's upside-down house was the first of the many upside-down houses to be built in Germany. The unusual, unique dwelling was built by Polish architects Claudius Golos and Sebastian Mikisiuk. Persistent with their project of Die Welt steht Kopf, the world upside down, what could have been a better start? Even inside the incredible residence, the only asset not inverted is the staircase that leads up to the attic or the ground floor entrance in reality. The sofas, the beds, plants, everything is flipped as you stand on the ceiling, turning the fan with your fingers. The curtains hang in a way that makes you rethink if gravity has really deceived you. In the bathroom, we almost expect water gushing out of the flipped toilet. Although not the only upside-down house, this one is particularly insane owing to its 6% incline, as if it fell to the ground and balanced on its roof. No wonder visitors love it so much. Number 9. The Toilet House, South Korea. Designed by Sim Jae-deok. Unique quotient, house shaped like a toilet. If you're looking for a house, living in a toilet would be the last thing you'd want, right? Not for owner and designer Sim Jae-deok, who built this marvel in 2007 and became the founder of the World Toilet Association. Yes, that's a thing. The aim behind this incredibly bizarre venture was a more hygienic world. Sim wanted to improve restroom cleanliness worldwide and elaborated how poor hygiene practices and cleaning leads to epidemics that cost 2 million lives annually. The house's unique structure and thought do not keep it from the luxuries of an elite apartment. There are 2 bedrooms, 2 guest rooms, and 3 deluxe bathrooms that make this place sublime. Today, the house is used as an art gallery, and as a symbol of Sim's unique vision of a hygiene world, after his death in 2009. Number 10. Stone House, Portugal. Designer, Guimarães. Unique quotient, made of just 4 giant stones. Who says the dens are just for lions? Built in 1972 by engineer Guimarães, this stone house is so much more than just a dwelling. Called the Castle of Stone, this immaculate structure is made of 4 giant stones originally occurring in the area. The purpose behind this fantastic architectural marvel was a rural retreat for the holidays. Who knew that it would become a jaw-dropping marvel for tourists? Today, the Casa do Penedo, as it is called, is a world-famous museum. The house does not receive any electricity but doesn't make the living experience any less comfortable. The house is 2 stories tall. The ground floor clubs up a cozy living room and kitchen, while the first floor is the sleeping area. A wooden staircase joins the 2. The natural shape of the stone boulder has made an outdoor swimming pool that adds to the luxurious, wildest house in the world. When we talk about homes, apartments, row houses, plots, flats, and independent condominiums only spring to mind. Who knew that the marvelous world of architecture had so much more to offer? From all things transparent in Japan, fairy tale-inspired homes in California and Wales, stones in dumpsters, and all glass, it's time we rethink the idea of what a house can be.
For more videos like this, please click subscribe the channel, like the video and hit the notification bell for the updated videos like this. Thank you very much.